Hey everybody, how's it going? Just thought I'd do a video on my Opel Corsa Saloon. It's a swing model. To anyone watching in the UK, it'll be known as the Vauxhall Nova. So I'll do a quick walk around anyway and show you a few quirks about the vehicle. It's a 1991, so it's 31 years old, and it's covered about 84,000 miles since new. So we still have original hubcaps, swing model noted on the side, and then you have your black and red stripes going up the side of the car. There's no central locking on the vehicle. Boot is opened only actually by a key. Surprisingly, this model has a tow bar fitted onto it. I haven't tested it now yet. I don't know if I'd like to do that. We have original stickers on the vehicle. Opel #1 supporter. Very nice car to drive. It's a 4-speed manual. So back in the 80s, early 90s, security obviously wasn't a huge thing. For example, the filler cap, there's no key or there is no release. It's literally twist and open. So thank God nobody has contaminated my fuel anyway. I do like the wee side window here on it. I think it's a nice touch. Even again, we have small tracks going down the car, so any water on the roof can just fall off nice and easily. Paintwork in this particular car now, it's lovely. It has been repainted by a previous owner, but I like to keep it in kind of nice nick. There is a few little scratches on her, but she shines up well. Inside we have our lovely grey material. I'm always seeing people talking about scratchy material on door cards, on different type of vehicles. Well, behold, pure cloth. No scratching along there. That's nice cloth. Inside we have a very basic instrument panel. So to our left we have a battery, we have our handbrake, and we have our parking brake. We have a temperature gauge and a speedometer in predominantly miles an hour, and then we have kilometers in smaller digits. 84,966 miles. We have then our fuel gauge, oil warning, we have our indicators and hazards, and then we have our headlights. So I'm just going to turn the instrument panel on the vehicle, and I'll just show you what options I have. So we have our display. To our left, the steering wheel, we have our choke. So when I pull that out, we're going to have a yellow icon come up here on your left hand side. Indicators as normal on the left, but you don't know which way you're going, so you have to obviously be on the ball, obviously up for right and down for left. We have our our wipers then on the right hand side. So we have intermittent, regular speed, and then fast. There's no kind of one wipe. So very loud, as you can see. We have horn in the middle. Nice and squeaky. We have then our dipped headlights. Our main beams. May need to turn them on just so you can see it flashing. It's quite sunny now today. There we go, just about flashing. On our right hand side stock here, we have off, parking lights, dipped beams, and then if you pull this out, our lovely interior cabin light will shine. That's pretty much about it, instrument wise anyway. To our left we have a clock. There we go. We have our control units then on heat to our left, and then fan speed on the middle, and then direction of fan speed and inflow on the right there. If you pull this out, you do miss the back window. There we go. Nothing lights up. We have then radio, original cassette radio. We have our cigarette lighter here. I just have the dash cam in, and then we have a ashtray here. It's a 4-speed manual. Gears now are very clunky, extremely clunky. They go in and out fine, but very clunky. I'll see if you can hear them here now. First, second, third, fourth. Don't bother looking for a fifth. Reverse then is push down, over to your left and up, and she's in gear there now. I'll give you a quick tour then around the rest of the car. So like I said, no central locking. I have all the windows, all the doors pre-opened. Interestingly enough now, we do actually have rear seat belt in this vehicle. So it's 1991. In Ireland it wasn't law until January 93 to have seat belts in the rear. So I'm not sure if they were an aftermarket put in, but if they were not, fair play to Opel for having that option there. As you can see, back in the day, smoking was quite the thing. So we have ashtrays for both rear passengers. It is a 5-seater with 5 seat belts. Ideally I wouldn't want to have 3 people in the back now. It'd be quite tough, I say. When opening the boot, like I said, it's going to be one key. No release inside the vehicle, and there's no button or sensor on the boot. It's literally just a key. So you wouldn't want to get your key stuck in the boot after closing it, because there's no way of getting it out if you don't have a spare. So in here, forgive the mess now, but we have very basic controls. So lights, very easy to get if a light bulb goes. We do have this, and please do tell me in the comments if there was something here originally. It hasn't been here now since I had it. Is this original, or was there supposed to be some sort of covering here? Because there is a lot of bare metal, as you can see, going around the whole car. Same on this side now. A lot of people have noticed on more modern car reviews, and this is why. People always complain about not having some sort of plastic protection here. As you can see, over the years, the exposed metal will suffer scratches and a wee bit of damage as you put stuff in and out, especially with such a high load lip. So that's a very high load lip. Back in the day now, it is a full-size spare tire. So I'll show you there now if I can see it. Full-size spare tire in the middle. In the passenger side of the vehicle then, we have our glove box and our release for the bonnet. So very basic passenger glove box. It looks like they possibly thought about putting coffee cup holders here, but I wouldn't want to be putting my tea or coffee there while driving around. I think that might end badly. We have our, bonnet release, forgive me, is on this side. I have a couple of cars here, so I get a wee bit confused sometimes. And I'll show you around the engine bay as well then. So me personally, I love how basic the engine is. It's so easy to work on. So we have our distributor caps here with spark plug leads going underneath to our 4 spark plugs. Our fan belt end down here, which which recently was changed. We have our alternator, very easily accessible. We have our battery, and one touch which I actually thought was quite nice is, I don't know if you can see it now, but there's a mode here. I'll turn it around the other way. That red dial there can affect the airflow, so we have winter and where is it? Summer mode. So it'll affect the airflow, so it's back in summer mode now as we're in May, so weather is quite well. Here we have then just our regular liquid, so we have our windscreen wash, brake fluid, and then our coolant as well. Everything, again, like I said, so easily accessible. We have our wiper motor. It's so easy work on, it's unreal. And we have our fan here then as well. So I'm going to start it up now for you inside, and then I'll start it up outside just so you can have a look and see what it's like. So it hasn't been started now for a good few hours, so I'll just pull the choke out a bit. So choke is lighting up down there. And I just slightly adjust the choke. I'm not sure if you can hear it now, but if I put the choke out too high or too little, the engine will run quite rough at the start. So I'll show you now. So that was too high, and then too low. Which actually tends to run better. So I tend to throw it out a small bit, the choke, just at the start, just to get the temperature up, and then once I get out driving, the choke goes fully in. And there's one more thing I thought I'd show you, is the old logbook, so the registration book for the car. It predates the changeover. I think again it was early 90s anyway, so this is totally original. I am just going to cover one part of the details, two parts, because it has the previous two owners on it, so just for data protection I'll have their details covered, okay? So here's the logbook here. We have where it was registered, so Loud County Council. There are my details there. And then if I flip it over, we have the details on the vehicle. So it'll have the chassis number, reg, the CC, the colour Miami blue, petrol, it's a Saloon model when it was registered. So the 4th of July 91. And then this I find very interesting. This is a proof of taxing the vehicle. So there was no online taxing back then. So we started it back in 91 for the year £77. And then, as you can see, slightly going up. So we're on £92, 92, 92. Stayed on 92 now for a couple of years. We have 98 then in the year 2000. £98, 102, 129, 144. So you can see it's slightly going up now all the way. Ironically, when the vehicle is 30 years or older in Ireland, you get the yearly tax for €56. So €56, that's taxed. So I find that quite interesting. Hopefully you guys did as well. I'm going to have a few more videos going now. I'm only starting off, so if you could please like and subscribe, it'll help me out greatly. Or if you have any type of vehicles you'd like you know, look at. I love cars myself, so I'm sure I won't find it trouble looking for one myself now. Thank you, see you now.